Hey everyone, it's Karen. Okay, so I want to talk quickly about my day at work and then we have some other things to discuss. So, I had a meeting to plan for the upcoming weeks of summer camp, and then after that I went to go to work in the office for Parks and Rec. And when I got there, we are like located right next to a conference room, and the conference room had like a dark black cloth over the portion of the door where like a window would be. You know, there's usually like a window and then the door, right? Okay, so I was like, ooh, that's weird. Like, I know how movies work now. That looks like they're filming in there. And so when I got to the office next door, I like freaked out, like total spaz. I would have already hyped up because I was late for work that day. Like my planning meeting, I overslept for, and it's not really a big deal, but I haven't overslept since like college. So anyway, so I was already a little like spazzy, and then I found that. I was like, oh my gosh, I bet that Unsolved Mysteries is filming next door. And so the whole time at work, I was basically like continuing to like quickly peek out into the hallway, and like I went to the bathroom a lot, and well, actually only once, but like I was joking that I would go to the bathroom a lot just to see what they're up to in the hallway. And I do not have an answer for if it was Unsolved Mysteries or not. I do know one location in town that they filmed at today, and that was not it, but it is very likely they could have been in two locations in the same day, or like started at one and went to the other, or whatever. So I don't know, I just thought that was crazy. But I had to leave at 1:30 because I had a 2 o'clock eye doctor appointment. So I don't think that they would be filming tomorrow there as well, whoever it was, Unsolved Mysteries or someone else. But I will be there all day tomorrow, so stay tuned. I will let you know if I solve the mystery, and my boss already called me Scooby-Doo, so we are good. Okay, so this week I am taking Thursday mostly off from work because I'm babysitting my dad. He had surgery yesterday, on Monday, and he's recovering, and my mom already had plans to go out of town on Thursday, so that is the day that I'm babysitting him. He just got home from the hospital today, so we will see how he's doing. Typically when he's sick, he and I are the same. We just like to be left alone. Like, people can like text us or send us emails and like be all like nice and warm, but like we don't want to see anyone or talk to anyone. We just want to be left alone. So I'm not sure if that's what this babysitting is going to entail, or if it will entail more medical sort of help. So basically what happened to him, and I don't know any of the medical terms, he already has Parkinson's, which is like, you know, so whatever, but he was experiencing a lot of pain in his legs, and apparently that is not connected to Parkinson's. And so after like advocating for himself for quite some time, he finally went to, I think, a neurologist or a neurosurgeon or something, and they found out that basically, like, I don't know what it's called necessarily, but like you have your spine, but there's like space around your spine. And so like the spinal column sort of space was narrowing at the, I don't know where. I want to say the bottom of his spine, but I don't remember like which place. But it was like pinching all of his nerves, and so that's why he was experiencing so much pain in his legs. And they were like, we could do a whole bunch of things to help, but basically you're gonna need to have surgery eventually. You might as well just do it now. Like, why waste time and money doing other injections and things like that when it's just a band-aid for the problem, and you should probably get to the root cause of the problem. So basically they did surgery on his spine, not really, I don't really think on his spine, but like around his spine, and he had like some bones that were kind of like coming close or something, which were causing the spinal column-ish land to narrow, and so they kind of shaved the sides of those, and that was yesterday. And he had a drain coming off of his spine, only one of them. So he had to stay in the hospital until he was able to walk, go to the bathroom, and his drain was removed. And so I guess he went home today. And my mom's just kind of getting settled with him. She'll be with him tomorrow. And then I'm going to go over there tomorrow after work to spend the night and also to get all my instructions on how to be a good nurse. And then on Thursday, I will be alone with him other than, I need to do my reservation job in the evening. But mostly I will be not working, just taking care of him. But I don't want to get overly excited. I don't think that's going to be a full-time job. So in the meantime, I'm going to read. And my parents have a really nice deck. It's really small, but it's just like in the sun and so nice. And like my deck at my apartment is kind of shaded. So it'll be really nice just to have time to read and hang out. And I think I'll be able to see my sister dog because I think she'll be there too. So I need to figure out what I am reading. I'll go over some options and then I'll tell you what I actually decide because I haven't decided yet. And I actually have a whole stack of books over there. I don't even know. Okay, so here are the ones that I got from the library today. Slay, which Sarah from Your True Shelf recommended, but I also had heard about it before and really thought that it sounded interesting because it's about like video gaming sort of stuff, and it features a woman, and I just thought that was really cool to have a book about like gaming and stuff featuring a woman, and I believe she's an entrepreneur. It's a YA book, so she's like a teenage entrepreneur basically, and yeah, I thought that would be interesting. Then I got this book, which I didn't realize is going to be so tiny, and it's called The Corona Crash. Sorry, I thought this was separate. The Corona Crash. How the pandemic will change capitalism. That would be interesting. I'm trying to read more books on capitalism so that I am more motivated to control my finances. And yeah, okay. Then I got the Nature Fix because I'm going to be reading this with Lukash fairly soon. I got the Voting Booth, which is another one Sarah from Your True Shelf recommended. It was one of her top favorites so far of the year, and her and I have really similar tastes, and I know this is a lot about race, and I think it takes place in the United States. So I would like to read about all that is horrible here because I think that there's a lot that needs to be changed in our country, and voting and having access to voting is one of the things I think needs to change. And then my final library book that I picked up today was John Green's newest book, and it's a book of essays, The Anthropocene Reviewed, and I love books of essays, and I don't necessarily love John Green's stuff, but him as a human being, adore. I love all he does for teenagers, for college students, for just reading in general, for being a more involved participant of the United States government or of the government wherever your country is. And yeah, I met him in Chicago, and he just seems like a really genuine, nice, cool guy. So there's that. And then the one that I got the other day from my page 1 box, Banvard's Folly, which is about 13 people who did not change the world. They basically were like, I think, like geniuses in some way, but they came across some obstacle that made it so they didn't really have as much of an impact as other people. And then also Survive the Night by Riley Sager, which just came out, and I'm so excited to read that. But like now that I'm looking up, like, oh my gosh, you guys. So I decided this month that I was going to make that box of books, and like literally I have not even been into it because of all the other books that are coming to me through the mail, through the library, whatever. So I see I have a stack of library books next to it, but I can't see their spines, so I'm not sure what they are. But out of the stack that's on top of the box of books, I'm not even talking about in the book, there is Period Power, which is the one that Charlotte from Bookish Mama Blooms talked about and is the actual period book that I should have read. I have Sisters in Arms, which is a World War II story about African-American women who were in the military. Then I have the new Oprah book, which is a signed copy, and it's not like her book, but it's like her newest book club pick. I can't really see the full spine of what it's called. What else? I have The Stone Girl, which sounded really good. I think that's the mystery. And then my mom read this thriller and raved about it called The Gone Sister. So that's up there too. And then The Unseen Forest. The Forest Unseen, sorry. I want to read that too. Oh my gosh, I have so many picks. Like, I feel like I'm never even going to open my box this month that I like set aside all these titles into a box. I'm not even gonna open it, but I'm gonna pause the video, decide what the heck I'm bringing over to my parents' house while I babysit my dad, and I will be back. All right, it was a really hard decision, but I think I decided, and I wish I could like just get paid to read all the time, because I feel like there's so many books that I want to read. And also I just realized after deciding that I'm also behind on a buddy read that I should probably get to. And tomorrow would be or Thursday would be an awesome time to get to that. Okay, but here's what I'm bringing, probably in addition to my buddy read, because I need to get on that. The Corona Crash, because I feel like this is slim. I could finish it really quickly, but I also feel like it's a book I'm going to read really slowly because it looks like it has a lot of important information that might be mind-blowing. Then I'm going to bring Slay, which Sarah from Your True Shelf recommended. And finally, Survive the Night. And I think that should probably be good for a few hours at my parents' house Wednesday night, and then all day on Thursday. So yeah, that's it. Yeah, I'm curious what you guys are up to reading throughout the week. And if you get a lot of reading done throughout the week, or if it's mostly like on weekends, like I feel like I'm kind of a weekend warrior. Anyway, I will talk to you guys soon. Bye.